Okay, so this set of screen castings are going to have to do with Adobe InDesign. We're just going to kind of step through creating a document, how to bring in text, and then formatting that text. Just sort of a very simple, basic um, tutorial on that. So I want to begin by creating a new file. I'll click the new file button here in my InDesign window, and I'm going to create an 8.5 by 11 document that's 4 pages. So basically it's going to be a folded document. So I'm going to click on print. It's good to select the type of document that you're working on. Before you begin, it kind of presets a bunch of your color settings. And by default, InDesign uses picas. I'm going to change, I kind of prefer inches, so I'm going to change mine to inches. You can use whatever units of measure you want here. So it's an 8.5 by 11 document. You see right here next to it is the page orientation. So when we specify a document size, we always give the measurements in width by height. That's a general industry standard in publishing, but a lot of people don't know that. So we can also change our orientation. So I've set up an 8.5 by 11 document. I could make it landscape. You see it will change it to 11 width by 8.5 height. I'm just going to leave it portrait. I want to set 4 pages, facing pages, because I want them to be side by side, which is going to give me a cover. Page 2 and 3 are side by side, and page 4 is the back cover. Start with page 1. I am not going to use a primary text frame. 1 column for now. I'm just going to leave the default margins. Margins are the area within your page that define what's referred to as the live area. And the live area is a space that you generally do not want your body copy, headlines, anything important, most important within your page, informationally, to fall outside of. And we'll look at those once the document's created. So 1/2 inch are the defaults. We'll just leave it at that for now, although there's a whole tutorial section on actually setting your live area. Next is bleed and slug. So I'm only going to focus on the bleed here. Bleed is the area beyond your actual page size that you have to extend images or color to if you intend for it to run to the edge of the page. So if you have a layout that's not going to run to the edge of the page, it's just going to be a white sheet with text in the middle, you don't need to worry about bleed. But if you're going to have images, color panels that fill your page, go from edge to edge, then you're going to want to set your bleed and extend it out beyond so that when the document is actually printed, you don't run the risk of getting fine white edges along the sides of your page in case the printing process falls out of register. So I'm just going to set that to 1/8 of an inch, 0.125, somewhat the industry standard again as well. And we're going to leave slug alone. So what I've done, so I've created a 8.5 by 11 page, facing pages, 4 pages, a single column on each with 1/2 inch margins all the way around, and 0.125 bleed. So I'll just say create, and here's my document. So to point out those measurements that we set, this red line denotes our bleed. This purple line inside denotes our live area. These are our margins. So live area and margins work together. If I take a look at my pages panel, I have 4 pages. Page 1 is the cover, 2 and 3 are the inside, and page 4 is the back. And if I command minus on my keyboard, I can see the general layout of all of those pages. So again, the red line is my bleed. The purple line on the inside is my margin. It also defines my live area.